Hola. Remember when you were young and you said, when I grow up, I will never ever do this? Well, about that. That is adulthood 1U0. It turns out that adulthood never used that Ctrl-Delete button to delete any of those things you used to do as a child. All it simply did was add a sprinkle of fairy dust of wishes. Tell me, of these things, which of them did you ever truly outgrow? Cause like the sun that never stays set, it keeps rising every day. All of these things keep growing up with us as we go, like an extra set of kidney that never adds anything to the bank. Welcome to 31Block, you are my folks. Hey! Well, today our topic of discussion is things I thought I would outgrow. And now, you see, today's episode is going to be a bit more relaxed and funky and a lot of feedback, because I asked a couple of people what they thought they would outgrow, and the things they said, there are some of them that you'll be like, so this in a small picking thing that they do. But trust me, sometimes you're just a child forever. Know that and know peace. Here are some of the things I asked and I was told. Number 1, being asked where I am going to when I leave the house. Number 2, asked when I am returning back to the house when I go out. Number 3, my parents giving me offertory money. Number 4, my father checking the quantity of sugar in my tea. 5, checking who is home before I arrive, especially when I'm arriving late. Number 6, looking around when I eat in public. Whoa, okay. Number 7, arranging currency from old to new notes. Actually, I'm guilty of that too. I arrange my currency from old to new notes. Number 8, carrying food to work. Well, I don't know if that's a childish thing, but anyway, it's not my say. Number 9, having multiple dreams and aspirations and talents. Okay, let me not say anything and just read. Number 10, sleeping on my mom's bed when I am sick. Oh, that's nice. So, well, newsflash, you see, I don't think growing up is about becoming a different person. I think it's more about becoming aware of who you are. I think it's more about understanding the person you are becoming and enjoying the process. Whatever the process brings, it's about enjoying it and seeing it as a step up from where you are to who you're becoming. So maybe growth and growing up isn't about outgrowing what the Minnie you once knew or once said or once wanted. I think sometimes growing up is you outgrowing the shame of doing the things you once did. For example, dipping biscuit in tea. I mean, God knows I'll never outgrow that. Craving brown bread in the morning. I will never ever outgrow that one. Just know that and know peace. You see, sometimes I think growing up and looking for things to outgrow is a default setting in all of us, and we don't need to beat ourselves up too much when we find ourselves trying to figure out things we thought would outgrow and we haven't outgrown yet. For example, there is a financial constraint we put on ourselves when we think about things we should outgrow. You know, a lot of people feel like, at 25, I should outgrow living with my parents. At this particular age, I should have made investment. A lot of people have said at 30, I should have made this particular investment that would just set me up for life. But you are 31 and you're still thinking of which AI course to take and which multiple stream of income will save you till the next day. And I think sometimes it's okay to understand your own level, your own step, where you are, as long as you're not putting that much pressure on yourself that takes away the credit of how far you have come. I think that is okay. There are some financial constraints you put on yourself. You know you have not done enough to earn this, and then you start thinking, as old as I am this age and I have not done this, I am that age and I have not done that. How about we do this instead? How about we look at the opportunities we have at hand, and then we look at what we can do with these opportunities right now, and then we also look at what can I do with what I have at this moment, combined with this opportunity that is available, and how prepared am I to make it work? See, sometimes it's not very complex. It's like this. I have a skill and I love the skill so much, but sometimes the love you have for this skill blinds you from looking at the business aspect of this skill. Yes, I love doing it, but I am not seeing the full picture of how can this be a business for me. Or I finally say, okay, I want it to be a business, I want to establish, and they will expect it to just jump from day one into something fantastic and out of this world. Well, I'll be honest, sometimes it's quite difficult to see clearly where you are, where you're coming from, and where you want to be as a connecting process. But what if we start seeing it from today, from right now, from where we are? Because I'm saying this as an entrepreneur, right? I have been into media for a very long time, but I decided to establish it as a business when, by gracious opportunity, I was able to run into another very big creative who said, Mercy, this is something, do it, build it. In 2018 was when I first used the digital camera to create anything. And 4 years ago, I decided, why do you want to keep... Okay, fine. When I was reading out all the list of things that people thought they would outgrow, there was that one where someone said that they thought they would outgrow having multiple dreams and aspirations. I have multiple dreams and aspirations, but 4 years ago I decided, why not just open up House of Mercy Rig so that it can house every single thing? And I did that. I think sometimes a lot of this constraint to put on ourselves is just a lot, and we should just stop and breathe and start seeing things clearly. Okay, and let's get into the segment of I am grown, but as regards this particular topic of things I thought I would outgrow, I will say I am grown, but sometimes I still rehearse some arguments in my head before I meet with the person and have that argument. Arguments are healthy sometimes, yes, but what I'm trying to say is I rehearse, okay, if I say this person might say this, and then he says this and I say this, and then we'll now settle and then to end like this. But unfortunately, a lot of times it doesn't go like that. So yeah, that happens. I am grown, but I thought I would actually outgrow wanting to watch Indian movies. So guilty. Because growing up, my mom, in fact, is still a huge fan of Indian movies. Maybe because of the songs and all. But right now, I think I am stuck on Indian movies. And I'll tell you for two great reasons. One, the lighting. The lighting in Indian movies is just, oh my goodness, it's everything. And the gadgets they use, it's like, wow. Don't get me started on the story. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, the lighting and the gadgets they use, it's, oh. And so, yes, there are some things I actually thought I would outgrow that I haven't outgrown. But I will say that if you are still living with a lot of things that you did as a child and you thought, this is something I want to outgrow or I have outgrown, and then boom, you see yourself doing those things again. Sometimes I don't think they are burdens to carry. I think they are parts of you that you should consider embracing and seeing it as continuity instead of you trying to shed old skin. Literally, you're not shedding old skin because it's you. It's like you want to cancel you to become you. Can you imagine that? I don't think having to retain certain things you wear or you did as a child makes you someone who hasn't grown. I think you can just, find peace in embracing some of them, like craving brown bread and dipping biscuit in tea and eating meat last or shredding it into pieces in your food. I mean, I thought I would outgrow that too, but well, on our next episode, we're going to be talking about a very sweet topic, and it is, if you sleep, you will wake up single. Don't ask me. All I know is that my guest for the next episode has a lot of tea to give you, and don't miss it.